They're getting antsy. They miss you. They want some loving.
Yeah, I know. So, are we live? Are we live? We're going live. We're live. We're live. Guys, sorry, I am late. I'm trying to wolf down my chicken pot pie. As you know, I got to start hit or miss. It's been a crazy week, or it's been a crazy weekend. It's been an interesting start of the week. We're going to talk about a couple things this evening, but before we do, let's make sure everyone who's jumped in is in, and we can talk about a whole bunch of this stuff. Maybe talk about some other things. Now, oh man, we had some people and we lost some people. Uh-oh, that's not good. So we lost the defense dead and we gained a 2 live move. Now we got defense dead. There we go. That's better. All right, so
I brought him back in.
All right, good. All right,
so my computer kicks me out the first time every time.
Yeah, Nighthawk Medic, why don't you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Hi, I'm Nighthawk Medic with Nighthawk Medic Shoots, and I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me, Night Strike. Appreciate you, man.
We know he enjoys long walks at the range, and he also enjoys the odd 45 ACP.
Heck yeah, I do.
And the OPP.
I'm down with OPP.
Well, okay. All right then. Lou, you're next.
Hello, I'm 2 Live Moo. I like long walk at the range. I like cooking stuff. And unclogging toilets.
Yeah, you probably clogged tonight's toilet.
Back to you, Bob.
So, Moo, have you gotten a new barbecue yet? Griller yet? Or smoker?
No, I have not. And I'm talking to Guns and Barbecue about it, and he's got me, he's got me turned on to these Yoder smokers, and the damn things are $2,000. And everything I look at from now on, it doesn't compare. So I'm not buying one yet because I'm like it doesn't measure up. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
I might just bite the bullet and get a Traeger.
Yeah.
For $900, and not buy a gun. So I don't know. I've been smoking on my my regular Weber kettle grill. And that seems to be, working just fine, just like I used to do back before I had a smoker that caught on fire and almost burnt my house down.
The one big thing I don't like about Traegers, most of my family has them. You can't really sear the meat with them, so you still got to sear the meat on something else.
Yep, some of them do have it's a searing spot on them. I guess it would be. I don't know about the Yoders or the Traegers. Some of them have the infrared thing that heats up to about 800 degrees, so you can sear it. However, you can get a flamethrower, a torch. And that's actually what it's called. It's a food where you do sous vide and then you torch it, to get the sear on it with the actual flame.
Right.
Yeah.
So that's an alternative, I suppose. But I know what you're saying, Defense Dad.
Well, half my family has Traegers, and they always have to fire up the propane grill just to sear the meat, and then they throw it in the smoker.
Yeah.
I'm like, that's just a lot of work.
Yeah. I mean, if you spend that much money, you'd think it would do more than just one thing,
Right. All right. Next up, we got Rob D, our live correspondent who covered Washington D.C. for us.
Hello, how you doing? Thanks for having me. Even though I'm not here. What's that?
You drink skim milk.
Have you and the missus recovered from the gas?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Okay, good.
Yeah.
Oh, you just rub some dirt on it, walk it off.
He's ex-Army. He's been gassed.
Third eye, but it's cool.
Yeah, he's been gassed. I don't know what kind of gas his lady gets, but it's probably just as bad.
I know he's been gassed before because he's been in the same room as Moo before.
That was her first, but she did well.
All right, good.
Yeah, so she shook it off.
Yeah, well, it was outside, so there's a big difference too. So it's not.
Yeah, you're not in a container, a semi-container, getting gassed where you can't see your next door neighbor.
Pretty much, yeah. Or block building.
Mm-hmm. And singing the national anthem at the top of your lungs in a room full of CS.
Take off your mask.
So next up, we've got Defense Dad. What's going on, Defense Dad?
Oh, not much. Thanks for having me. Had a good day today. The kiddo got out of school early, so we went shooting and
nice.
Had a little fun. Oh, and I hit 500 subs today finally.
Woo!
Congratulations!
I've lost about 30 subs. So hey, at least
I thought you were going to say you lost a bet.
No, I've lost.
You lost a bet too.
I don't
can't talk about that.
That's why. But yeah, so tonight, guys, we're going to talk about censorship. We're going to talk specifically.
Bullshit.
I know, and I'm going to talk about why platforms. Why, if you host an alternative platform other than the big ones, why you should not go and rent your servers from the big companies, from the big tech companies, because honestly, it's not going to end well. Or and we'll talk about anything else that comes our way, obviously, but I wanted to talk about the censorship, and I wanted to go in some detail about what happened with Parler. Okay, and here's the deal with Parler: they got kicked off of Android, and they've got kicked off of the Apple, the Apple Store as well for the iOS, and unfortunately, that's just one of the part of the equation. What people don't realize is they also got kicked. Their servers that they were renting, and here's an FYI: if you do host any website or any web project on the internet, one, it's a good idea to get your own servers. Okay, own your own servers. Because that way a company's president can't decide to cancel your contract and keep your money.
Now you say kicked off, but I assume you mean they were given an ultimatum.
They were given an ultimatum, and then they were succinctly cut off.
Yeah, and they're about to lose a significant lawsuit. Amazon's and all those different groups are about to lose a significant lawsuit. That's not going to be the end of this story. They have flat committed some violations of law that even lefties respect.
Well, I hope the law is in Parler's favor on that one.
Even lefties respect.
Lefties and respect in the same sense.
Serious,
I laughed
man.
at that one too.
It's truth. And so one thing that lefties do respect is the organizations that are making them money. And so, you have to play by certain rules to exist within their world, and like it or not, they've effectively violated some of those rules. And so Parler may actually win a heck of a lawsuit.
Now, nice. I do want to, in the same thing, did you hear what happened to ARFCOM? AR15.com.
Yeah, they're back up and running less than 24 hours.
They've been back up and running since the whole issue. It's just they had to switch to an alternate domain. They own their own servers, so it wasn't they didn't lose their servers. It wasn't the issue. Their servers are theirs, so they got that handled. The issue is their registrar, which is probably the worst registrar I would never recommend to use. GoDaddy. They're AR15.com's registrar. And GoDaddy decided to dip their hands in politics. But that's no surprise considering GoDaddy's based out of Scottsdale, Arizona. And I've been to Scottsdale, and there's a lot of, let's put it this way, most of the area of Scottsdale is a lot of ritzy people with left leanings. It's been like that since at least the mid-90s when I paid attention. And I would know this because, well, I'm from Mesa, Arizona. Just, further south.
Damn Arizonians.
Yeah. But again, the registrar I go through mostly is, I go through Namecheap, and then I go through the one that AR15.com went to after the whole thing. It's called Epic. EPIK. I would recommend, if you're doing any sort of gun projects, I would recommend going and getting a domain from them first. Okay, just if you're going to make a big website. If it's small, then I would try some of the other guys. But the point is, the AR15.com, they didn't do anything wrong to justify, GoDaddy telling them their service was basically cut off. And yes, Nighthawk Medic, you're right. He was saying, Nighthawk Medic was saying that, remember, the First Amendment only applies to the government going after you. Yes, it's
correct.
True. But again, canceling someone's service because you don't like what they have to say, again, that's territory too, isn't it?
No, not even remotely. As a matter of fact, the First Amendment is specifically listed that way because the second premise of our country is a free capitalism society. So if they wish to do something like that, they are free to do so, and however impact it may have on their financial situation. However, as they had a contract with them, they will get sued ass over tea kettle because they violated that contract. So there's a penalty for them, yes, but again, we cannot apply this to any right that we have, in my opinion. Now, somebody out there might be smarter than me and my lawyer.
Bet you a lawyer would say otherwise. I wish one of the gun guys that we had here was a lawyer so that we could talk to him about this stuff, because that way he could say, "Oh no, they broke more than a couple laws in doing so."
Well, they broke contract agreements. They didn't break any laws. I ran this by my personal lawyer, and he's like, well, everybody wants to talk about constitutional rights, and there's an old saying, America is a beautiful place because you have the right to be an asshole, right? And so they have the right to be an asshole, but there may be some financial penalty for them doing as such.
Exactly.
Somebody say, attorney, what do you need? What do you need? I got you.
No.
Just make a sizable donation.
Better call Saul.
We'll smack the crap out of whatever you got. Bring it on.
I would totally take a little Better Call Saul.
Oh boy! Pat Hirsch is out there commenting on Arizona. Thanks, Pat.
Yeah, give me Saul any day.
Yeah,
I will take him.
He told you to take the bomb.
Yeah, he's a great lawyer. But anyways, that's the point with this. Okay, yes, a business does not apply to the First Amendment rights, and we need to remember this. But when businesses start taking stances contrary to the neutral stance, and when they provide a service, Nighthawk Medic, I'm sorry, but that's a financial pitfall for them, is it not?
Yes, it absolutely is. They potentially could see financial impact, and we've seen that, right? We've seen a 4% drop in the stock in some of these tech companies so far. What you call it took a $34 million loss. Twitter, yeah.
Twitter took a 7% loss. Last I checked, it may have gotten more, but just because of this.
That's right.
And if that's not a wake up call, if that's not a clear indication that big tech pandering to one side needs to open their eyes and realize that if they're a company that provides a service, they need to watch what they do, because it could cost them not just what's in their pockets right now, but it could cost their company everything.
Well, they're counting on something that is actually, it's not really a long shot. So we are culturally at the end of our rope right now. And I mean that in regards to age. So let's look at the average age of this panel. It's somewhere in its early 40s. And that's kind of the national average.
No, you take that back. I am not that old.
The panel is kind of in its early 40s. And so we are aging out, and the next generation coming up does not believe the same way we believe. And if you want some evidence of that, what is Budweiser's most recent release for a drink?
So,
right? They're adjusting to the next generation. They're
you have
not
Warsaw
making
Patriot email there, Night Strike.
I did not.
People drink that?
Actually, a lot of people drink Budweiser. I don't.
Is
But it's nasty pigs, Will.
We got two people in here now. I have no idea who they are. You got Angry in here and Duke Liberty. I didn't even give Angry an email. How did he get in here?
I know all the ways.
This is the way.
Duke,
This is the way.
Is the way.
Duke,
way.
you gave him emails, did you not?
I have spoken.
I didn't share anything. So.
No, it's okay. They joined you.
The Hondo.
I totally shared the link.
He totally shared the link. All right. Honda did it. I don't even remember sending one to Honda either.
Wow.
Oh.
You're
Totally feeling the love right now.
Oh, it's all over the place. There's so much love.
Stop spreading your love everywhere.
Right.
your links are about as secure as Biden's emails.
Oh, you do know I have a button to kick you guys out if I want to.
This is like Nancy Pelosi's laptop.
But how many
Well,
life packs
don't
did
turn
you
it
take?
on, otherwise you go to jail.
Is
many
the
light
button
packs
red
did you
and
take?
flashy? Because that'd be cool.
Yes, it's a big red button. But yes, who else did we get? I didn't think we'd have this many people tonight. So
I know we're increasing your viewership like as we speak.
as we speak, yes, it's gone down from like 15 to 12.
But you got 9 in the chat, so you're up to like 21.
Oh my god!
That's because the viewers became the panelists.
Probably what happened.
Because one in the chat is like 3 in the bush or whatever that saying is. So
No.
Don't show the thing.
Hey, Darth Vader.
There.
Yeah, who's breathing into the microphone?
That was Warsaw Patriot. So, all right. Now,
not me.
yes, it was.
Very funny.
No, it wasn't funny. It was annoying.
How was it me when it was my friend next to me? All right, give me a break.
Sure. I'm sure your imaginary friend right next to you was breathing into your mic. Okay.
Could my friend be a dog?
If it what your imaginary friend is your business. I don't care.
My God, what have we
whatever she
walked
looks
into?
like, that's kind of mean, man. I mean, come on.
Okay.
I don't
Anyway,
know. No idea.
I have no idea either. I wasn't expecting this many people. Anyways, so with big tech censorship, it's bad. It's extremely bad. And if businesses continue going down this route, Nighthawk, do you think these businesses are gonna get in trouble, or do you think it's just gonna be a trend we see more often?
Well, here's my belief. So again, there is no legal foundation for this to have any impact to them unless they've violated some type of contract. So financial impact is the only potential. So if advertisers are still willing to advertise with them, seriously, Darth Vader, thank you.
It's angry.
If they're willing to continue advertising with them, they're not going to lose significant amounts of financial impact process. If they're continuing to get population, both from conservatives and liberals and everybody in between, then they'll continue to have support from that perspective. So you're going to have short range backlash, but people are just as willing to give up their rights for their ability to carry a weapon and all these type things as they are willing to give up their voice. And we've seen that over and over again. You have entire states that no longer have access to firearms for self-defense. And they certainly, there are some places where we're definitively beginning to see the loss of your ability to speak freely as tempered by the law. So that is governmental intrusion on your First Amendment right. So I don't anticipate this to change any time in the near future. I would actually wager that it would intensify. Twitter and Google and these organizations have begun to solidify their positions both fiscally and legally as monopolies. And they've resisted multiple attacks at that very place. Google has intertwined themselves into every social media network practically in the world.
It's true. It's true. Now, as I was saying with Parler, okay, the thing about Parler is Parler rented their servers from Amazon Web Services, and I have said this, and I've said this on Twitter. I've said this elsewhere. But if you want to host a website, if you want to do any sort of web project, anything, even host your own platform, okay, here's the one thing you need to not do. Do not rent your servers from Google Cloud Platform, Amazon Web Services, or Microsoft Azure, because then if they don't like what you say or how you say it, they can decide to kick you off to the curb, and you may get your data, you may not. And they might get some backlash, legally from doing so, but they're going to do it one way or the other.
Well, they're figuring out different ways to come after us, right? Like, this is just another attack method that they've had that they've identified as a weakness of people who they disagree with, right? And if it's not going to be this, it's going to be the banking thing. Like, oh, you can't use banking for...
Actually, the banking thing is next. They're doing that right now.
Right? And then beyond that, it's going to be like, well, you can't show any of that. It's not advertiser friendly, so money's completely out. So you'll see it like more of the already like demonetization and shadow banning of channels and stuff like that, on top of the altogether just deleting of them, right? So there's going to be all kinds of channels. I think it's going to be like corporate YouTube. You're going to go on there. You're going to have like it's going to be watching TV. You're going to have the programming on YouTube just like you would on TV. There's going to be approved uploaders. And guess what? We're not one of them. Goodbye, YouTube. It's dying. Like, it's dying right now, and it's killing itself. And that's exactly how we're all going to be on something else. I don't know what it's going to be it like BitChute or something else, but it's going to be a different thing than YouTube. And we're going to be labeled for being over there and posting over there as certain things for that. And you're just going to have to accept that.
Yeah, the days of the cowboy are over. Right, the Wild West is being tamed. Right, the Wild West Radio. That's it. You're all done. It's got to find a new platform.
Can I interject a process here? For some reason, the greatest failure that has ever been conceived in social media is anything that is one of anything, and the other thing that is the second greatest failure is anything that is everything. And so YouTube bleeds money. If Google had not bought them out, they would have never continued to exist. They'd have been dead 5 years ago. And so there is no profit margin for that. It's going to be used as another control piece. And I'm fairly convinced that the goal is to begin to push it that way too. Because you get captive audiences in YouTube and you get large amounts of tracking data out of YouTube.
Well, and that's the thing, man. Like, they're killing their market base because there's a lot of people out there, not their entire market base, because obviously there's a lot of people out there who don't care about these things and just want to watch a funny cat video. Right. And YouTube's going to be perfect for that.
That's the only thing that's if you're an approved YouTube cute cat video uploader, you're fine. You'll never lose your spot.
And then, like, it'll still be like the place you go where you're like, how do I fix the calibers on a 1987 Buick LeSabre or something, Yeah.
And again, there'll also be the punching or kicking some dude in the balls videos.
But when it comes to political free speech, or when it comes to the exercise of our Second Amendment rights, so First and Second Amendment rights, guaranteed by our Constitution, no longer in the public square. So we have to make our own public square. And what they've shown is that if you make one, they'll come after that too.
Not even just that. I mean, YouTube in general is pissing a lot of people off because even outside political videos and stuff like that, like, I watch a lot of people that do reviews. They watch a movie or a trailer or something like that, and they do, their reaction videos or whatever. And a lot of those people are complaining now because they're getting hit with stuff because YouTube's just kind of, I think, in full tilt as they want to go after everyone that posts something political and shut those channels down. They don't have control, and they're kind of just going, again, like full tilt. And a lot of other people are getting caught in that collateral, and their channels are getting affected. Mm-hmm. So
it's true. But you know something. You know what's not offline? GunTube's not offline. You know why? I own the servers. I have it hosted at not the largest data center in the world, a small data center. Gee, the more you know.
Oh yeah, boy.
But it's just if you're gonna host projects, buy your own server. Yeah, servers are expensive. You want a cheap server? It's called eBay. Go buy one. Yes, it might be used. Yes, you might have to buy parts for it and fix it up yourself. But it'll save you the price of a new server. A new server is going to be 10 times as expensive. You know how I know? Because I've looked at new servers. They're ridiculously expensive. I can't afford them. That's why I buy used servers, refurbish them, and get them back in the data center.
Servers brought to you by Night Strike.
Two-waywebhosting.com. That's actually a thing, so go check it out. But yeah, I mess with servers all the time. I mess with technology. I kind of know what I'm talking about on this. But again, I'm not trying to throw this in the face of larger social media platforms, Nighthawk. Or anyone here in the room, even. It's just that I'm making an observation. You use big tech services, Amazon Web Services, Microsoft Azure, Google Cloud Platform, all of them. They all provide domain names, domain name registrar. They provide virtual servers, full servers, bare metal servers, and at their own leisure, they can decide to cancel the contract with you and give you the boot and take your money too at the same time and not give it back.
Right, but again, this is just one more prong of a multi-pronged attack, of which certain prongs are still on the way. They haven't even hit yet, like the banking angle, like the no more internet gun sales, like no more cross-state gun sales unless it's from FFL to FFL, so you can't just go onto somewhere and buy something anymore, like magazine capacity bans and 6-day waiting periods and universal background checks and gun loophole things and all kinds of stuff, right? Like, they want to shut everyone up, so they got to have a complete handle over the situation, meaning the complete control over the public conversation going on. And if you plug up as many leaks as you can now before you start filling the hole with water, it'll actually fill to the top. And they can drown us all.
That's what they hope. But it's just be aware of these things. And this is what's happening. Actually, Gab's having the same problem. I don't know if you know what Gab is. It's like an alternative to Twitter as well. But they've had problems here and there because an individual who was using Gab went and did some heinous things. But he did not represent the company or the people on that platform. He was just the person using the platform.
Yeah, and that'll be the next thing. Like, someone associated with this did this thing that was bad. Therefore, you were all guilty, just like they do all the time, man. Watch what's going on with like the whole, January 6th thing that happened. I don't know how to say it. But yeah. How are they painting that situation, right? There's just two different conversations going on, and they're not talking to each other.
We covered that live, when it happened. So anybody that wants to check that out, go back to a few days in my videos, and you'll see the January 6th video. Rob D was our live correspondent.
The problem is that you've got these other alternative sites that were rampant with the QAnon stuff. And that stuff just makes us all look ignorant. Right. And it went unchecked and it went unfiltered and it went whatever. Stuff like that ruins platforms like that and ruins our standpoint. Most of these people who stormed that Capitol, a ton of them, the guy with the horns and the face paint and stuff, that guy was a QAnon guy. I've seen a bunch of videos with him spouting all that weird.
Stormed? What makes you think anybody would have made it through that door without being turned to hamburger meat if they had?
Okay, whatever. They walked on the Capitol, however you want to say it. They went to the Capitol.
They broke in,
and some people were running upstairs chasing cops. That's storming.
They
Did you see there's 160 cases opened by the FBI today on people from that day? 160 cases, meaning 160 charges of 10 years in federal prison.
Because they went in that building without permission.
There's pictures of them lined up in the freaking pylons or barriers to file into the building.
They let them in.
Yeah, they let them in.
Was helping that one chick go up the stairs.
Mm-hmm.
And here's the thing. The thing about that gets me more than anything else. So there's not a federal building in this country that has any respectable level of security that doesn't end in you being cooked. So I will agree there were clashes and there were definitely people who were hurt and attacked. And my heart goes out to those people. But I don't believe that was a storming. Especially not after the photographs they've started releasing.
Well, do you see that? No, for those that weren't there with us, if you had seen the videos that Roll Call 219 was showing as this was happening, these people, once they got into the building, they were acting like it was theirs. It was ridiculous. It's like, wow, you guys have no decorum whatsoever. So I hope doing what they did was worth what the 20 years they're going to get in prison.
Well, it didn't help our cause.
No, it didn't help anyone's cause.
It emboldened the left. They're going to look at this as a far right wing thing, and they'll go after conservative values and views and guns. So
really,
that's how they look at it.
Well, not a single member of BLM or Antifa showed up to counter protest, but they've shown up to every other protest that we've done over the last 4 years. And there wasn't a single member of their team there. That seems strange to me.
There were said that there wasn't. I mean,
no, this is not an attack on you, man. Just relax.
Well, here's the thing, though, man. Let's play out the scenario that they're saying was attempted. Yeah, they're going to storm into the building, and then what? Right?
Stand around in the lobby.
All of the people who make decisions leave. They've got tunnels underneath. They got armed guards. They're not going to get to them. So that's not going to happen. So they're just going to reconvene if they have to somewhere else. And if you stay there long enough, they're going to come and remove you.
Well, I would have done the dime tour.
I would have done the dime tour too, Mario.
Okay, you'll have to explain that off air.
I'm just saying, there was no real attempt, maybe a fake attempt, a LARPing attempt at a government takeover or whatever you want to call it. But there wasn't an actual legitimate attempt at that. There was no coup. And that's what they're trying to say. Oh, sorry, go ahead.
Mr. Honda, you know why this happened, brother?
Because a lot of people are angry?
No, the left is scared. That's what that is. And we finally showed a little bit of some hump into what we're all about, and they're scared. That's what it was, bro.
And the moment that this happened, it didn't matter who did it. It was going to be our fault. It wouldn't matter if they had opened up the doors and had pictures of police officers escorting people into the building. This was going to be the worst thing that had ever happened in the history of America.
No, it's not because they're scared. It's because they were made to be scared. It's the Hegelian dialectic, problem, reaction, solution, right? They created the problem, which then everyone, that was the thing that happened. And then the reaction is being scared, and they come forward with the solutions. The whole thing I'm saying is contrived. They let them in, and that they had the narrative, and they knew what was going to happen, and their people were in the crowd. They said ahead of time, we're going to show up as Trump supporters.
But right? we still, regardless, we still made a point. Just it's just the way I see it. We made a point. It may not be what's agreed upon everybody here or within everybody that's conservative, but I still feel that it's a lot better than for us to just get on a YouTube talk show and talk about it. I'm just saying. I'm not disrespecting Night Strike or his show. I'm just being honest.
I mean, I get you. I wish I could have been there and I could have, seen it, firsthand. But again, I wouldn't have gone in the Capitol building. But
I spent a lot of money sending people up there, And all they came back and told me about was patriots walking around being very polite.
I will be there January 20th.
Yeah. And ultimately, I think if you're not the person who can't make it up for something like that, you should definitely, if you can, be the person who helps fund somebody else. Not
absolutely.
everybody can go. So what can you do else?
Right. By the way, these morons on the left have no idea what a coup really is. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of like this is like some made up word. Oh, let's just throw coup because that sounds cool, and it looks like they're actually being, destructive and being obstructive to justice and blah blah blah.
Well, I don't believe a coup d'etat can happen without the military, can it? Let's look
No,
at that real quick.
Can I get an amen?
Amen.
All right. Alaska 556 is stating, come on now. The left we're always emboldened to take our guns.
I mean,
well, you go far enough left, you get your guns back, man. It's not like it's just the left. I would argue that it's more plutocrats than it is the left.
I thought it was autocrats.
Plutocracy is billionaires leading the country because of their wealth. And so, you move into the communist state and things of that nature in relation to that. But you could be right from the perspective of someone who, by default, are family process. But from my perspective, we're not being neutered, or the goal to take guns away is not the left itself. It's a push by politicians who want permanent power.
Well, they're looking at 2016 and they're looking at 2012, and they're saying, why did the gun control in 2012 not go the way we wanted? Why did the election in 2016 not go the way we wanted? Because we didn't have control of the narrative. We didn't have all of the people in line. There were bigger voices that had lots of followers that ended up mattering a lot more than we calculated. And therefore, we have to go after those people and shut them down. Then we can win. That's the point. Like, that's what they're doing right now. They're shutting people down. They're quieting voices. They're pushing people into back rooms where you can't be found. And, only your diehard subscribers know where you're at. And that's going to be that.
But yet liberals are buying guns, bro. This is something we didn't see before.
This is not
buying guns to hunt
want to
you
give up their guns.
Dude, hang on. So this is important. Mario's bringing up an excellent point. Listen, man, when this all comes to a head, left, right, sideways, upways, or downways, the politicians will come and take everything from everybody. Lefties are buying guns because they want to defend themselves the same way you do. And they think you're a problem because somebody is telling them that you're a problem, not because they're inherently liberals. Liberals have existed as long as our country has existed. We're being played.
Yeah. Somebody mentioned out in the chat that the country of Uganda has banned Twitter and Facebook. And I'll be honest, it takes a small country like Uganda to show some big balls like that.
Bro, they got more freaking cows than they do people. Come on now, dog.
Yeah, nobody's going to miss it when it's gone.
I'm not trying to be disrespectful, but I've been to Africa. They ain't much over them, and they got a lot of jumbambulas, and they don't know our technological, bro.
Which one's the one with the AK on their flag?
There's 3.
Zimbabwe, I think.
I think it's Zimbabwe.
There's currently 3 different countries. We did this on your show the other day, didn't
we? We might have.
Yeah.
I mean, so why don't we go on? It's interesting, anyways. But it's just here's another thing. We taught these companies like Facebook and Twitter. They say, and YouTube. They say express yourself, but you express yourself, and then they deplatform you, or they remove you, or suspend your account, or kick you off.
Or they do fact checkers at you,
or they throw fact checkers at you all the time, and it's just like, well, how can you express yourself if they don't want you expressing yourself?
Can I argue a point?
Well, you're going to argue in their favor, but go ahead.
I am going to argue in their favor. One of my favorite things is environments where people are 100% allowed to express themselves. Do you know why? Because I figure out real quick whether or not I need to apply penalty to you or not. So if you're an a-hole, I'd rather know that you're an a-hole up front. If you're a piece of crap, I'd rather know that you're a piece of crap up front. So your ability to express yourself is unlimited. However, the duration and the penalties that might be applied for that have never in the history of our country been there's been a level of immunity to that.
Now, here's the next thing. Do you think that these platforms should be able to suppress the president?
Yes. They are private platforms. They are not in any way, shape, or form an official channel.
But again, if they start censoring people and suspending people and censoring the message those people are trying to send out, then aren't they also becoming a publisher because they're moderating what you can and cannot say on their platform?
Only if they only moderate that politician.
See, they're not just singling out one person, though.
That's right. Therefore, it is not under definition bias or any type of specific attack. So
you know what? Let's go back to MySpace. You guys want to be my top 10?
Yeah, right. I'm just saying, he'd love to have us back.
Yeah. Well, Tom's no longer in charge, so
yeah. I think we need an internet bill of rights. Like, okay, so the musket of 1776 is the AR-15 of today.
Yeah.
Like back then, you would stand on a soapbox and proclaim your opinions on the current situation, and maybe there'd be some newsprint. Today, there's the internet. Like they had freedom of speech back then. We should have freedom of speech now on the platforms that we use.
But again, so I can't have one thing and not the other, right? And so, listen, guys, I think it sucks that the most popular and largest social media platform in the world is run by pieces of crap. I despise that. But ultimately, it's a part of good capitalism that they're allowed to do what they're allowed to do. And really, capitalism may be the thing that saves us here.
Well, the thing is, by Section 231, they're not a publisher, so they don't have the discretion to take things down based upon arbitrary rules or whatever, because they have protections from the government that allows them to not be sued by users or whoever for the information that they have.
Because they say they're a platform.
Right.
That's correct.
And yet they act as a publisher, and there's no recourse for it. So therefore, yeah, you can say like, oh, and then we make our own thing. And
How
then
do they
take
act
it
as
down.
a publisher? How do they act as a publisher?
By banning channels, by disallowing content, by encouraging things and discouraging others. You know,
that's moderation. That has nothing to do with being a publisher.
If I say this article can't be published, but this one can.
That would be if you were publishing articles. You're not publishing articles.
But if I say this video can be up, but this one can't.
But that's your content. That was your choice to post that content. And if it violates the rules,
I'm saying
no. That's what I'm saying. You in general, me in general, any of us. If it violates the rules of that platform, whatever those rules may be, as arbitrary as they may seem to you and I, it is still their right to do that. The only way we get to control that in a free market economy is by voting with our feet. The moment that we give government more power to make more decisions and do more things against private companies, the more we go down this hole where eventually they begin to own more and more of private industry. And ladies and gentlemen, if you want to walk into a socialist world, that's how you get there.
I totally agree with you.
Yeah.
And I'm not, again, guys, I'm not trying to crap on any of you.
No, you're trying to be that awful devil's advocate. I hate.
I'm trying to be logical here because we're all in an emotional state.
Well, the issue is if let's say Twitter, with the bird, the one with the bird on its logo, wasn't necessarily going after conservatives and libertarians. and their voices. And most of these libertarians and conservatives aren't saying anything bad. They're just, they're just towing the normal conservative and libertarian line. Okay. And if what they're saying is not proper for the platform, then why are they still allowing groups like Black Lives Matter and Antifa to, say, tear the system down, burn everything, do this, do that? Well, that's a double standard, is it not?
Go into a gun store tomorrow, smelling like marijuana, and tell me how they treat you in the gun store. Most gun stores will actually have a rule about that. They can't validate that you're smoking marijuana without doing a test on you, which they are not legally allowed to do. But most gun stores will remove you under suspicion of being altered.
I don't know what marijuana smells like.
Well, that's great. I'm proud of you. So
neither did my dad.
Right. Oh, I bet that was amazing. But we're going back into semantics again, where we're saying I should have the right to choose how they run their business or how they moderate their content. And none of those things are true. And here is why it's super important right now. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to move into a world where social media is specifically targeting our belief systems. And if we get into a world where that is the case, and we go to other social media platforms that agree with us, and the government begins to create laws, well, ladies and gentlemen, we have a one-party government right now. Those social media platforms and our potential escape to places where we can talk to people who are like-minded and make plans and design things will be gone forever. And that terrifies me more than anything else.
Well, the problem isn't just... I mean, yes, there's a one-party government going on right now, about to be, right? In like a week, basically. But they also have the media completely on their side. But they also have big tech completely on their side. But they also have social media completely on their as it is, completely on their side. It's terrifying.
It is. It's horrifying. It's a nightmare. It also means that we have to be more vigilant than ever that we don't accidentally give them power while they're trying to take it. So we don't accidentally agree with the voices. Because remember, liberals have been around forever. Conservatives have been around forever. Independents have been around forever. These are not new perspectives or voices. What's new is how they're being manipulated and used against each other.
Yeah, they're very good at the Hegelian. Going back to that, the Hegelian dialectic, like invoking a reaction.
There you go.
Really good, and it doesn't matter if you're on the right or on the left. They're good at either side.
There you go. And we're mad at the left right now, and the left is mad at us. But what we're both missing is the fact that we're being used like Pinocchio here.
Yeah, we have more in common with the people on the left than we do with the people in charge.
That's exactly right. They're all buying guns too. I'm going to shut up a little bit and let somebody else talk.
Would you? That'd be great, because I had forgotten this was hit or miss and not Nighthawk Medic Talks.
Absolutely.
I'm kidding, by the way. But yeah, it's just ridiculous at what's going on right now. And honestly, I hate to say it. I know you can argue left and right, Nighthawk, but I kind of agree with Honda on there needs to be like a Bill of Rights for the internet. I really do. I mean, if you're not saying anything violent, why should you get kicked off of a platform for sharing a conservative viewpoint? As long as you didn't say anything violent and you weren't calling for violence, what does it matter?
It's just funny how the shoes have changed, right? Because if you go back to like the 90s,
but as I said, if you're Antifa or you're Black Lives Matter, you can call for all the violence you want in the world, but you don't get kicked off.
Yeah, but why do you expect anything to be fair? This isn't going to be a fair fight. This is going to be hearts and minds all over again. That's why we have to be careful of the aesthetics, the way in which we choose to protest, the way in which what hill are we going to die on? Is it worth showing up to the Capitals on the 20th armed with M16s?
I don't think
Is
so.
that the kind of image we want? Is that going to benefit us, or is that going to just?
No, that's all we got.
Yeah.
Right now, we are a powder keg with a fuse in it. Okay?
Yeah, exactly. We got to be careful.
Is right now. Now, if somebody does something, as you said, Duke Liberty, that's the match lighting the keg.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We have to be careful. That's what I'm saying. There's all this talk of all these armed militias going to all the capitals. I don't know if that's the answer right now. I don't think. Are we going to gain supporters? Is someone watching going to say, "Yeah, I think it's time to do this," or is it time to? Maybe I am wrong. I don't know the answer to that.
It's not time. Honestly, I'm down for a peaceful protest. I've done it before. Peaceful protests are fine. It's when some enterprising group decides they're gonna try and force their way in or do something wrong. I don't abide by that.
I can tell you, there's not a single militia group in my area of the country that had any plans of any kind and has less plans since the FBI released that statement.
Yeah, I mean, kind of like Matt said on Hasty Headlines today, like, he hasn't heard anything. Like, I haven't heard anything through my various different networks of people I talk with. Like,
I don't know anybody, but I've heard that armed rumor, okay? But I don't know anybody that's actually participating.
Yeah, I heard it from like ABC News.
Yeah.
Our governor here, against requests, has flat out said he will not restrict the right to carry arm on our Capitol grounds. We can actually open carry inside the Capitol here, but he said he's not going to restrict it. But at the same time, I don't know that it's a good idea because it's just you're opening yourself up for someone to do something stupid or someone to have a plant in there and do one thing and it just ruins it for everybody. I certainly show up, but I'm not so sure showing up armed is the best idea.
Yeah, last I heard, and this hasn't changed yet, but guns are banned from the Capitol building and its grounds in Columbia, South Carolina. So I'm not going there. Okay, if I do go there, it's to peacefully protest, and I will be following all the laws because I like following laws. Because I don't like going to jail or prison. It's a good stance to have, right?
He's got a tender butt, ladies and gentlemen.
I do have a tender butt.
Very tender. Doesn't drop the soap. Keeping that soap on a rope. No joke.
Yeah, I don't want to have to cleanse the cheeks any harder than they are.
He does not want to share his cornbread.
Wow. Okay. That's very colorful, guys.
I'm kind of disappointed.
Why?
Because I kind of wanted to see if you wanted to suck on my chocolate salt. Oh, never mind. Sorry.
No, you stop that. Stop
ball. Yeah. Put him up in a second.
Oh boy.
Hey, that was a Saturday Night Live thing. They should like that on YouTube.
Yeah.
That was South Park.
See it, but he's blood.
That was South Park.
Saturday Night
Live was sweaty balls.
Sweaty's balls. That's right. Sweaty's balls.
Put them in your mouth and suck them.
Yeah, South Park.
I apologize. Sweaty's.
All right, we got it.
No rider.
Okay, so we got a couple at Night Strikes. So we've got Kingpin saying at Night Strike, go read Twitter's statement on getting banned from Uganda.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
I will go read that in a second. It's like,
well, Twitter challenged Uganda's block out of the internet, ironically. Uganda said, pound sand. We've been fixing elections since before you people existed.
Is that what Uganda said?
Well, that's what they said by their actions, right?
It was very short. It was more like, you do not know the way.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. And they, as soon as Twitter made that comment, they banned them in their country.
Look at me. I am the captain now.
There you go. Well, no, that's Somalia.
That's way north.
That's further north than Uganda. But I guess Twitter's Uganda from Uganda.
Some people are geographically challenged.
They are. We got another at Night Strike. Just got back from town. 5 Walmarts, no ammo. 2 Bi-Mart stores, no ammo. They had ammo on Friday. Well, then you should have gone and bought it on Friday, Go Shadow. And then we got a super chat out there from Gun Library Garrett saying, I just hope people don't bring their money to a company that doesn't stifle speech. Yeah.
Well, so let's all be super honest about that for a minute. Super duper honest about that for a minute. So currently there are 296 corporations in the United States.
He said, just hope people bring their money to a company that doesn't stifle speech, okay?
But we're probably won't. We're probably not going to keep paying the same people that we're paying, right?
Right.
And so everybody on this chat and everybody out there, except for one person who will tell us that somehow they do not, is paying at least one major corporation to stifle our speech. At least one. We're all doing it.
Okay, well, that's only because I don't have Comcast anymore. Okay, so I switched to I have YouTube TV, and I hate having YouTube, but unfortunately, it's either that or I have to go with AT&T, and I'm not going.
How dare you?
I am not going with the original Monopoly, okay? I'm just saying.
Sandhill Shooter is live.
God, so sensitive.
I know I'm so sensitive.
Stop being so sensitive.
Yeah, so.
Let's talk about
but I agree
instead.
But Ghost Shadow says, at Night Strike, my mom grew up in Nazi Germany, lived through World War II, then Russian occupation of East Germany. What is going on now concerns her.
I could imagine. This kind of plays out the same way.
Yeah, well, what is it? What is it? History always repeats itself. Right?
Well, the Tyler cycle's normal.
So,
why do you think so many people from Venezuela and Nicaragua and Cuba are all the same, feeling the same? I mean,
they all voted for Trump.
Me, they said, well, yeah, not only that, but they're like, hey, man, that's the whole point of coming here,
Yep.
And those chicks are smoking hot.
The man's not wrong.
Yes, I know.
So Twitter got banned by Uganda? That's fucking hilarious.
Yeah, yes, they did.
Butter and 2 or 3 egg whites.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Ghost Shadow says, at Night Strike, Washington passed law outlawing armed militias, and Spokane passed new law Friday banning armed groups from the city. Yep. Wheel the Well Arm says, I saw on Timcast a guy say once proposed if a platform gets so big, they keep the sales profits, but the code is open and fair. Smaller networks can also connect to the larger network.
Again, stop. You really, really, really don't want to start changing the rules for how this stuff works right now. It would be the worst possible thing you could do. To suddenly say, let's give the government more power over how this stuff works. Because right now, they're going to take it and throw it right back at you.
Ghost Shadow, don't tell anybody how much ammunition you have, okay? I'm telling you, I'm not going to read that live on air. Just don't tell people what you got.
What if he's lying and following an elaborate ruse?
That's his shopping list.
Don't tell anybody how much ammo you have. Keep it to yourself.
It's a shopping list.
Yeah.
It's a sliding scale number.
Well, actually, that reminds me of a couple open source platforms. Like, basically, if you host your own, but you connect to other ones that are hosted by other people, it's called. There's this one particularly. It's called Mastodon, and basically, you can host your own server and have all your own users and whatnot, but you can be connected to other Mastodon servers, and it's called federated servers.
Isn't the guy who created the internet creating a new version of it right now?
No, he's dead.
No, what's his name? Who created the modern internet? He's in his 50s.
Oh,
Al Gore.
No, the original guy who created the internet is dead.
Yes, I agree with you. But the guy who created the current version that everybody uses for social media, he was posting the other day that he was creating another version of it, basically where you'll keep your stuff in what's called a pocket. He calls it a pocket. And so there's no way that somebody can come into your pocket unless you invite them into your pocket.
Do you know what the first message that was ever sent over the internet was?
It was probably something from the military.
Mary had a little lamb.
It was the letter H, because they were going to type hello, but then it crashed.
Everything makes sense that you say right now, sir.
That's probably what happened, yes.
Indeed.
I wish it can go back to like the Terminator movie where we go back and kill the creator of the internet. Say, die, you must die. Because we don't want this crap.
The internet is inevitable.
And create Genesis.
Sarah Connor just keeps dying. There's no way you don't end up with the internet.
Yeah,
I know. I've been watching too many damn 80s movies.
Right.
Right.
I've been
That
watching
is impossible, Mario.
And remember, if you're listening to this, you are the resistance.
I am.
Sadly, that's the case.
And I hate to say it, but we need a better resistance.
You know, like I was watching Teen Wolf, and I'm like, I remember when this came out. This is a great movie.
Michael J. Fox, before he got his better dance
Life was so simple back then, man. Yep. Like, so, you know, we had 8-tracks. We had Fabulous Hair. We had Aquanet. What happened? What happened?
Politics wasn't such a monger.
Was what we had.
Yeah, we had Ronnie in charge. It was all good, baby.
Ronnie,
just think how easy it'd be to conceal carry these days with parachute pants. I mean, I'm just saying.
No, dude, they would not stay on your hips. There's no way.
The pants or the gun?
The gun would have dragged the parachute pants off your hip.
Dude, what do you think 511 pants are? They're tactical parachute pants. Come on,
dude.
Man.
That's all I wear. They're not parachute pants. They're tactical pants. Most of them are basically BDU pants with extra pockets.
Yes, and all it says "Made in China" on it. It's all good. Same thing.
Yeah. No.
More than one pocket.
Mario, it's not China. They're made in Vietnam.
Made in Thailand.
Oh, I'm sorry. Rice is rice. Same shit.
Oh, God.
All right, now I'm going to get the platform now.
Only the Mexican get away with that.
Have you guys been noticing a lot more cops on the road when you're driving around in the last, 2 weeks?
Yeah.
He's watching GPS for me. I wave at them all the time. I say, hi, how you doing?
I've noticed this after this, and I hate to say it, but I started noticing more law enforcement out and about after the whole storming of the Capitol.
Who the hell is leaving their house?
I am. I go to the gym.
I like to go shopping.
I leave my house every day.
I don't.
I think it's revenue. I think it has a lot to do with revenue. I think they lost a lot of money or didn't make as much money when people weren't driving and people stayed home. A majority of the beginning of the year, last year, and throughout the year, and now they're pushing for revenue.
So
now they're trying to play catch up.
So I guess my question would be like Medic. So what's your playlist on your phone when you're working out? You got the Eye of the Tiger in there. What do you got, bro?
Yeah,
the soundtrack for Top Gun.
Eye of the Tiger.
Do you want to know honestly? And you'll understand this. When I'm on the treadmill, I'm doing run cadences. And when I'm to this day, it's still a Yellow Bird and C-130, man. And
man. I know the infantry ones, man.
Yeah, there you go. But and then for free weights, I'm old. I have to keep from crapping my pants, so I'm all focused there. No music.
Oh, okay.
Dude, run cadences for any sort of cardio is great.
Dude,
not even the soundtrack to Iron Eagle.
The bomb. Nope, not even the soundtrack to Iron
Are
Eagle.
you serious, bro?
Oh, man.
Yeah.
No Iron Eagle.
No Iron Eagle.
Is begging to open up. What a jerk. Well, didn't he just get an Emmy for killing people in New York?
Yeah, I think so.
What about Creedence Clearwater? You can tell me you want to rock with that? You go to the gym, bro?
Actually, Creedence Clearwater Revival is, for me, is movies. That's the only place I ever listen to Creedence.
Come on, it's all good, man. You put a bandana on you. You rock one of those red bandanas, bro. Oh man, with that fabulous hair, yeah, bro. Jig Magnet 101 right there.
Maybe in the 80s.
Yeah, maybe in the 80s. I had fabulous hair in the 80s. He's not wrong about that.
Everybody had fabulous hair.
Well,
Aquanet was around still. That's why.
Hey, I still have fabulous hair. Come on now.
Nice.
Nice.
Remember,
bunch of baldies.
I was born in there. So.
Okay, who rocked the mullet?
Totally rocked the mullet and the chili ball.
I'm rocking one now.
Dude, I
haven't gotten a haircut in a year.
Is that George?
Yeah,
George?
it's in the back door.
There's a picture of me in 1985 with a mullet.
Oh,
That was the
dude.
coolest thing in 1985.
Okay,
so-
no, it was not the coolest thing in 1985. I had the rat tail, baby. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, rat
Okay,
tail.
George, you had a mullet, but you look like the Mexican singer from the Bookies. You know what I'm talking about? You ever seen that dude? That dude looks like the Mexican Joe Dirt. I swear to God. I swear to God. You guys need to Google that stuff. There's this group called Los Bookies, so it's LOS and right space, and it's B and boy UKIS. I swear you will laugh your ass off watching those guys. Those pictures are hilarious.
Oh my
are
gosh. It is. It's the Mexican Joe Dirt. He's not kidding.
Right, bro. Dude, come on, man. I don't lie about these things, bro.
The whole group looks like the Mexican Bee Gees. I am not kidding you. There's somebody can I share screen?
Yeah.
It is. It's the Mexican
dude,
Bee Gees.
do it. Do it.
Yeah,
Bro.
sure, go ahead.
Phenomenal.
Okay,
Sure.
hang on.
I don't care. At this point,
That is
it's
great.
it's
Let's
devolved.
Why did you bring this up, Mario?
So sorry, Nice Strike. I always make this a shit show. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Oh wait, how do I do this again? How do I share?
It's the button on the left of the hand.
Okay, thank you.
Say, everybody, have you seen my balls are big and salty and brown?
Can you see that?
Nope.
Nope.
Okay, hang on.
If you ever need a quick pick me up, just stick my
Dude,
balls.
look at that.
Is that not the Mexican Bee Gees?
That looks like the Mexican Ichi. You're right.
Andy Gibb right there in the middle. More than a woman.
More than a woman to me.
Look how they're all color coordinated too. You notice that?
Yeah.
So lovely. Yes.
Well, except for that one guy who has the gold chain.
Yeah,
what was the name of the band?
That's Andy
from-
Gibb.
What was the name of the band from the Blues Brothers?
I know who the lead singer was, Cab Calloway.
No, you're talking about the Cowboys?
Let's see, the Blues
No,
Brothers
not
band.
the Cowboys. The Blues Brothers band.
The Blues Brothers band. I'm googling the snot out of this, by the way.
Oh, and the something review.
Yeah, it's
Marv something. Magic Marv. The guy looks like Magic Marv in the middle.
Oh,
He does
Marv
look
and
like
the
Marv and the magic tone. The magic tones or some crap like that.
Nah, it was
Yeah.
the Muff Tones.
Oh, was it? Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it was Magic Marv and the something tones. You're
I
right.
forgot it. Yeah, but that
Commander
was-
Mark in the Secret City.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Nighthawk is like, I'm not bringing Mario no more.
Okay, Nighthawk, you don't have to screen share it anymore.
I
Where's
let
the
go of the
candy?
screen share, didn't I?
No, you did not.
Oh, well,
I traded it for a
crap.
microphone.
Dude, I unclicked the screen share thing, brother.
It's back now.
All right. Well, you're still screen sharing it, so.
Okay, I'm going to screen share again, and then I'm going to stop sharing.
All right. See, that works.
Okay, did it work? Okay. Sorry, I didn't know you guys were watching me Google.
Yeah, no, we weren't watching Google. We were just watching that.
I got you.
Goonie Goo Goo.
Goony goo goo.
All right. So,
I thought she was
The
Puerto
Boo Boo
Rican.
Dolls.
I think that's all we got.
Gus, I thought your wife was Puerto Rican. She ain't Puerto Rican.
Da, 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 da.
All right, we're devolving fast, guys. So I want to thank those that showed up. For showing up. I know Angry had to bail, but Duke, you finally made it back. It's good to see you.
That's right, baby. Don't worry. I came back just for you.
Okay,
Right on, Duke.
all right, and the Mr. Conspiracy himself, E Honda. Thank you for showing up.
Thanks, man. Don't forget I'll be in Washington, D.C. on the 19th, 20th, and 21st.
Okay, can I ask you a question?
Yes.
You just did.
Will you be my live correspondent?
Hey.
I might hop in chats here and there. Sure, if I'm able, yes.
Okay.
Are you going to wear that buffalo hat?
I make no promises, but if I
Hey, dude, hang on.
He's gonna wear a fedora with the word "press" on the side.
Let's all be let's all be super real for a minute. You can buy a gas mask that will resist CS for like $40.
Yeah, I got one.
Okay,
Yeah, but
cool.
those Israeli ones suck, man. Don't buy that crap.
No, I've got an Israeli gas mask.
You got to wear that on the airplane, though.
You just put it in your check-in bag or whatever.
No, just wear it.
Just wear it, and then you say, "Why are you wearing that?" Well, I'm supposed to wear a mask.
I have a medical condition.
In case of terrorist attack.
Yeah.
It's for later. Ate a big burrito.
Hey, you have him start doing the gas sign.
Gas.
Okay, apparently Patrick says it was Murph and the Magic Tones.
Murph and the Magic.
Tone. That's what it was.
Yeah, it's been like 6 months since I watched the movie, so I'm sorry.
It's about a 6-month cycle for me too.
Yeah. So
Run a movie from God.
So let's go through the room and give everyone their outros. So, Nighthawk, you're up first.
Hey, man, thanks for having me. Come on out and check me over at Nighthawk Medic Shoots. Take somebody shooting. Most importantly, I encourage you to go and subscribe to Kingpin's channel. He will not advertise his face, and I know that if he gets 10,000 viewers, he will show his face for the internet and the world. At least say me. Thanks, man.
Well, I've seen him once because he forgot to turn his camera off.
Yep.
So.
The horror. I mean, what?
Yeah, exactly.
You gotta be ready to screenshot that shit.
No, we don't want Moo to go into a frenzy.
I can imagine. Oh my god.
Yeah. All right. So Moo, you're up next.
I'd like to plug George Cortez channel. I don't know what he has over there, but it's got to be good.
I think he's got something on Instagram until they deplatform.
Yeah, Instagram. I had some real funny pics this weekend.
Oh, I'm subscribed to you on Instagram. I don't know. That's all I got. I'm just here for the coffee.
Yes, and he's also mowing the lawn for us. He's crazy.
And I'm falling on my ass in my black ice driveway.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, freaking nothing.
Yep, thanks for having me. Check out everybody's channels. If you want to see some bright-ass, obnoxious 1911 orange grips from a company you've never heard of, watch my video I put out yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
Those things are awesome.
I may have to order some for my 1911.
They only took 35 days in customs, but hey.
Yeah, they went through New Jersey. That's probably considered to be an assault rifle up there.
Is that shipped by Optics Planet?
No, straight from Slovenia.
Wow.
Slovenia. All right. Cool. Mario, thanks for showing up, buddy.
Oh, well, thank you. Thank you for having me. I'm sorry if I started going into the Mexican mullet scenario thing. I just thought it was important because I think you guys need to know that we rock mullets too, damn it.
Okay.
But anyways, just want to say check me out on Mario Mosen channel, and also I have my alternate channel. It's 11 Bravo Grunt, and also check me out on Instagram. So that's all I got. Thank you.
All right, thank you. South Texas AR guy, how you doing?
Yeah, good. Thanks for the invite. Sorry I came out late. I had an emergency here at the house. Had a leak in the ceiling, so oh god, man, doing this at night. Not good. Did
you go to Harbor Freight and bought a tarp over it?
No. It was a pipe leak.
You had some flex seal.
It was from the ceiling, man. So I had to seal it off with something right now.
Did you call some Mexicans over there?
It's too cold right now to call any. I just called my brother. I had him go on the roof in the attic.
He's Guatemalan.
He's Guatemalan. Yeah.
Guatemalan.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. Sorry I came out late, but like I said, had an emergency. You check me out in my channel and Instagram, South Texas AR Guy, and also on YouTube, or you can check me out as George Cortez and Moo. We're trying to go for the Guinness Book of Records of having the highest subscribers without putting any content. So please support us.
Yeah, you guys are like bullying me into making content.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. You need to get a new smoker.
So yep. Thanks for having me.
Smoker.
You can Patreon me at 2LiveMoo at money.com something.
Yeah.
Something.
Found. Do you want to plug the gay frog chat?
Add one of those hash browns on there.
No, hash brown, hashtag
Yeah,
hash brown. Vodkas are better.
No, I just want to plug this show called Tuesday Nights with Night Strike or something. I forget what it's called.
Tuesday Nights, 9 o'clock.
I mean, it's an okay show. Maybe you should check it out. Maybe not. I don't know. Whatever.
Is that shit or piss?
Don't worry. On Thursday, we'll talk about cheese, Mario's favorite.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Nacho cheese. Nacho cheese.
But like nacho cheese.
Like what type of cheese you love and nachos? That'd be a good one.
Do you have any final words? Any channel you want to plug or anything?
From my cold dead hands.
That's all.
All right.
There we go.
I like to give a shout out to Kingpin because that's my boy.
Yep, Kingpin's great. Kingpin's great. All right, guys, that's going to be it. So, again, if you liked what we talked about, if you liked the discussion, click the thumbs up button. If you didn't like it, well, obviously you have to hit the thumbs down button, or you're not going to watch it. So, no loss there. But
Echo.
If you've got a comment, a suggestion for future topics, go ahead and email me, nightstrike@gmail.com, or you can go and comment on the video as well. Other than that, if you like what we're doing, check out Patreon. Check out my Patreon. Check out GunTube. GunTube is what's making all this possible right now. So check GunTube out. Check the store. There's plenty of swag there. More to come too. So with that, we'll see you guys later. We're getting out of here. Thanks everyone. We shall see you probably Thursday for the Thursday chat. So with that, shut up, the infringed.
This has been Hit or Miss.
Los Spookies.
Thank you all for listening.
Yes.
Adios, Felicia.
Hit or miss. Now, how do I turn this damn thing off?
Good. Maybe that button. No, that one.
No. It's got to be that one.
Press it. Press it.